Hey everybody, this is Max Saxon back from another video. And yes, I'm going to start doing some collection videos as well because as much as I'm trying to build up my DVD collection, that's going to take some time. But I have, throughout the past few years, ever since 2012, so past 6 years, I've been collecting comic books of Marvel, DC and Manga. But I'm going to start off with the Marvel comics I have because they're my favorites. I mean, I'm a fan of the films for sure, but yeah, I'm also a comic book collector as a thing to tell you all your art. So I thought I'd show you all the comic books I have for Marvel, and I'm not gonna do it in like order or anything because I don't know, but I will show them all to you. And there might be a second part because if you see the amount I have right here, there's a lot. I don't want to do it all in one video because that would just take too long. So yeah, let's get things started. First comic I would like to show you all is The Incredible Hulk. I read this like a couple years ago, I think. It's a pretty awesome comic if you think about it because it shows how Bruce Banner transforms into the Hulk from strength and anger, etc. I may have to reread some of these comics just to get more memory, but if you have a look inside, the artwork's pretty good. And it's overall just a good comic. Yeah, great comic. Next one, we have one of my favorites, which is the Marvel Platinum, The Definitive The Avengers. This is another very good comic book as it's about the Avengers. Yes, we all love Infinity War and Age of Ultron and the first Avengers film. The Marvel Cinematic Universe is the best. But yet again, artwork's pretty good. I think I've read this back when I first got it. Like most of these comic books I've only read once. But if you ask me, should I read it or not? The answer is yes, I highly recommend it. It's an awesome comic book, just like every other Marvel comic. And yeah, if you're an Avengers fan but then you used to read the comics, it's another one that you will enjoy. So yeah, you should read it. Moving on, we have one of the Panini comics from the Marvel Collector's Edition, which I think I bought at a magazine shop. I don't remember when, but it might have been it says back in 2013, you see, so I might have got it and read it then. It says it's called Essential X-Men. Yep, I'm a fan of the X-Men films too. But yet again, that's pretty decent artwork. And yeah, don't remember what it was about, but yet again, if you haven't read this, do yourself a favor, pick it up. Next up is another one of my favorites, and in fact, my all-time favorite Marvel hero is Superior Spider-Man. Got this, I think, back in 2013 as well, or 2014, sometime like that. But it's a great comic book. Artwork's very good. So yeah, it talks about how he became a spider, I guess, and how he spends a lifetime living up the responsibilities as a superhero as a teenager, because as we all know, Spider-Man's a teenager in the Marvel Universe. And yet again, if you haven't read this, get on there, do yourself a favor. Next up in the Marvel Masterworks, we have the Invincible Iron Man. Yes, these ones have mostly the artwork, like the artwork that you see from, I think from back in the day, like, I don't know, maybe the 60s or so, because that's when Marvel comics were also big, like even for my parents. Because if you look at the artwork, it's like old style. So yeah, my dad has read Marvel comics when he was a kid, but he mostly read Spider-Man and Iron Man. But this is also a great comic book. I highly recommend reading it if you haven't. So yeah, give it a read if you're a Marvel fan. Next up, we have another Marvel Masterworks, which is the X-Men. Now, I'm not sure, don't remember reading this much, but I'm gonna have to read it again soon before I collect more Marvel comics. But it's overall a great comic. I think I might have actually read it before. I'll read it again someday. And yeah. Artwork, once again, very good. Very 60s or something like that, stylish. So yeah. Next up, we have another Marvel Masterworks, and in fact, one of my favorites in the edition, which is The Amazing Spider-Man. Yes. As I said it before, Spider-Man's my favorite Marvel hero of all time. The artwork is very good, incredible. I like the story it tells in it. I think this is actually the. If you look at here, it says like I think it's the sixth one in the storyline. So I might read it again someday. But if you haven't read it, I highly recommend it. Next up, we have another Marvel Masterworks comic, which is The Invincible Iron Man. Read this when I first got it. It's pretty good. In fact, no, it's very good. Yeah, I like Iron Man as well. In fact, I'm just a huge Marvel fan, as you all know. So yeah, artwork, very good. You'll be treating yourself when you read this, and it'll be worth your time. So if you haven't read it, give it a read. Moving on to my next Marvel comic is The Amazing Spider-Man. This is my knowledge, the first volume of Spider-Man in the Marvel Masterworks. And it definitely shows all the origins and beginnings of Spider-Man since it's the first one. Artwork, very good. And if you haven't read it, do yourself a favour, pick it up. Moving on, there will be Volume 2 of The Amazing Spider-Man. Yes, in this one, it's another great comic book in the collection. I think he's fighting Dr. Octopus, if that's his name again. I think that's who he was, or is it? It's not Green Goblin, it's probably Dr. Octopus. And it's overall great continuation. The artwork is fantastic. And yeah, I enjoyed this comic book a lot when I read it, and it was pretty good, and it was very good. I just enjoy comic books in general, so if you haven't read this, pick it up. And that's all I have for part 1 of my Marvel comic book collection video. Yes, like I said at the start of the video, there'll be a second part to show you this pile right here, because like I said, I don't want to make the video too long by showing them all in one video. So yeah, when I get back from college tomorrow, I'll show you all the pile I have here in part 2 of my Marvel comic book collection. So for now, stay tuned, and thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, and comment for more videos. So yeah, ta-ta for now.